Hey guys, welcome to Sweet 301. This is the February edition, right? February 18th of Sweet 301. We do this every month, monthly show that we do in the office. We bring you news all around the leagues of Colt Club sports. Today we're hosted by Kelsey Detweiler and
Mitch Connor.
What else do we need to tell them?
Oh, why don't we tell them where we are?
We're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
What country is that in?
I think it's in the USA.
Yeah.
Is it?
We're pretty big fans of the United States, and since it's Winter Olympics, we thought we'd rep our red, white, and blue.
Mitch brought in these gloves and told me to wear them.
I was short on red, so I'd represent somehow. I love my country.
What if people want to join us on the show today?
Oh, I think they should call us, and the number to call is 412-321-8440, extension 107. Now, you also have the option of submitting a comment in the chat box if you have any questions. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well.
And the chat box is to the right of your screen right now. There's a little chat, and you can type in, say what your name is, and you can say, hey, if you have a question. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
There's also a new little twist to today's episode this month. Thought we'd throw it in, see if anybody's actually watching out there and wants to participate. Trivia question for all of you NCBA aficionados out there. How many total NCBA teams were added to the league this season? If you think you know the answer, call in. Again, the number's 412-321-8440, extension 107. How many total NCBA teams were added to the league this year?
If you don't know the answer, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the episode, and I think we'll reveal it to you.
And we'll give you some hints along the way if we don't get any calls.
No, they won't need it.
All right.
They won't need it.
All right, let's get things started. We're not going to have anybody join us just yet, just the Olympic team right here. Talking about club basketball and the NCBBA. For all of you that don't know, Mitch is the Director of New Team Development for the NCBBA. Explain to everybody again what that is and what you do.
This is our new club basketball league, first year in existence, so I try to work with new teams to get them started and playing games in the league and competing for a national championship, and then the teams that already exist and who want to step it up, get a little more representation or recognition, and try to compete for this national championship. I help them get into the league, build their schedules, and compete for that title at the end of the year.
And we just started the first season. Obviously, like you said, it's a new league. How many teams do we have in the league?
26 are in the league right now.
And we just started league play. How are things going?
Yeah, pretty well. The Mid-America Conference and North Atlantic Conference are competing in their games. They're our biggest conferences this year, so they had to start earlier. Their games are going along. We've had a couple upsets already here. Our number one team, DePaul, has lost a game to Iowa State already.
Whoa.
So that's fun to see some high competition levels out there.
And
so,
Virginia Tech was at the top too. How are they doing? Have they played yet?
Virginia Tech is in a conference of 3. They haven't played yet, but they're playing some tournaments around their area to stay sharp, and I think we'll be seeing them in April.
And one of the cooler things that just happened too, we had the preseason top 10 poll come out. That was before league play actually started, but we got a chance to look at that. What'd you think of the way things lined up?
I'm not surprised to see DePaul and Virginia Tech competing for the top spot right now based on the preseason polls we did, or letting the teams promote themselves a little bit. They seem to be the most steady teams or highest level of competition, but really, since teams have started to play now, we're seeing that there are other teams out there who are going to make a statement. I think down south, Spring Hill College is going to climb the ranks quickly. And then there are a couple teams in the North Atlantic, like Sacred Heart, like Syracuse or UConn, who are really itching to make a statement with winning some games up there too. So the top 10 is definitely going to have some fluctuation in the next couple of weeks.
And it's tough too because it's our first season, so people don't really know what the teams are made of. But we went off those team previews, and it seemed like DePaul was like number
exactly.
one.
Mm-hmm.
As we get into things, I know it's early, and again, the first season, but that being said, any favorites to win this year? Any teams that are really into it that seem like they just want to go all the way?
Oh, definitely. The teams I named already here definitely have the right mindset and what it takes to go all the way. I had the privilege of watching Virginia Tech play basketball. That team is run very well. They play a great game. They've been playing together for a while. You can tell because they know where each other is going to be. They're going to be tough to beat. Spring Hill College, I've gotten to talk to their coach. I haven't gotten to see them play, but it sounds like they're doing things the right way down there, so I think we'll see them. DePaul lives and dies by the three-pointer, but if they can stay hot from beyond the arc, they're going to keep putting up points that nobody can keep up with. So it's definitely going to be a lot of fun to see. There's a couple teams in the Great Lakes that I want to see some scores and some stats from before I give them the nod. But IUPUC and Bryant and Stratton Cleveland definitely look like they're going to make some waves.
And most recently, talking about the end of the season, you guys secured a host hotel for the national championship tournament too.
Yep, La Quinta Inn and Suites here in Pittsburgh, north of Pittsburgh. Is going to be the host hotel for the event. The event takes place at La Roche College, which is north of Pittsburgh as well, so the hotel's probably less than 10 minutes away from it, so it's an ideal spot.
And give us the rundown of that event again. How do teams get there? How many teams? What's the style of it?
Sure. 8 teams make it. Your 6 conference champions, and then 2 at-large bids selected by the NCBBA. So just because you don't win your conference doesn't mean you're out of it for making the national championship. If you're still being competitive, playing some non-conference games, making a name for yourself, you can still make the event. So don't give up.
Since we've got like a minute left, probably. What do we got behind me? A minute left, almost.
Mm-hmm.
What's on your list right now, things you're doing with the league? Any prospective teams trying to get on for next season or even the beginning of the season?
Yeah, the next thing for me to work on while all these teams are playing their games and then staying on top of things is to try to bring some more teams in for the 2015 season. So if you're in the league already and you've been playing some out-of-league competition and you want to get them involved, give them my contact information or give me their contact information. I'll work with getting them into the league. We're going to run a discounted new team registration fee opportunity through the first couple weeks of March to try to give these teams an opportunity to get involved at a pretty good price. So if you know somebody that I can work with, I will be happy to, and I will also be reaching out to all the teams that I can find to try to get them involved and build the numbers in each conference and in the league to, keep the success going in the NCBBA.
Mitch is the best. If you have a club basketball team or want to start one, this guy over here.
I'm trying.
You just got sirened. It's like really scary sitting under the siren. I just want everyone to know because it's not quiet whatsoever. All right, we have a new addition to the entire Sweet 301 staff, Cold Club sports staff, I guess we could even call it. Yeah, the family. Welcome to the family. We have an intern this season, this year right now, and his name is Craig. We're going to welcome Craig.
Hey, Craig. Hey, Craig. Come on down. Welcome to the hot seat.
I don't know a ton about Craig as far as, like, his age. Usually I mess up where he goes to school when we talk on a regular weekly basis, too. But his name is Craig Budzik, and he is our intern. He comes twice a week, Tuesday and Friday, correct?
Yep.
And he's been helping out, but we want to learn a little bit about you.
Yeah. So, welcome.
It's good to be here.
How was the spotlight?
Not
too
bright.
bright.
Pretty different.
You can wave to
it.
That's the camera. So we've been working with you for about a month.
Yep.
What do you think so far?
I love it here. Learning from you and Kelsey and Savannah and Sandy. I got the conference in the NCBBA, the Mid-America, and I got the Southern Pacific Conference in softball. Just getting my feet wet now, learning the ropes and everything, so I'm excited,
Yeah, he's been kicking butt and we haven't scared him away yet, so that's good. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I'm from Pittsburgh. I went to high school in Shaler, about 10 minutes outside of downtown. I go to Point Park University. I'm a senior with a major of sports arts and entertainment management.
What does that mean?
Basically, it's marketing, event planning.
Okay.
All that in sports, arts, and entertainment. I would like to focus on sports though, as I'm here, and a minor in marketing. So yeah, pretty fun.
Very cool. Fun. Huh. So what's like the dream job with that major? Like, why did you go into that major?
Oh, because I love sports.
Okay.
I've had a passion for sports, for baseball since I was 5. My dream job would be to work for a professional team.
Cool.
Sports team. Yeah.
Any particular sport?
Baseball.
Yeah.
Pirates. Definitely.
Awesome.
That's my dream job.
All right. Well, good to know a few little, I guess, I don't know, initial things about you. I couldn't think of the word. Initial things about you, but we want to get a little bit, deeper into it. Maybe ask you a few funny questions here. So Mitch and I are each going to ask you 2 questions.
Okay.
Craig does not know the questions we're about to ask him, so his answers will be very genuine.
Can I go
Mitch,
first?
you can start it off.
All right. What is your earliest memory of playing sports? Tell us a little bit about it. When, what, anything funny or significant?
It would definitely be T-ball.
Nice.
Baseball.
Now, what age is T-ball for those who don't know?
Like 4, 5 years old. Definitely for Ron Jeffrey. It's a Shaler rec team, and was pretty bad. I hated it at first.
Okay.
Yeah, I was bad. I cried after I missed the ball or
Aw.
struck out. Yeah, I was a big baby.
But you stuck with it.
Oh yeah, I stuck with it.
You got better
Yeah.
eventually,
yes,
right?
Yes, eventually.
All right, this
Yeah.
one's a little bit off the block. If you were in the Miss America pageant, what would your talent be?
My talent.
Yes.
Perform
on stage in front of a live studio audience for all of America to see.
I would say my talent would be. Jeez. I'm a decent cook, I guess. I can
Ooh.
cook.
What's the best dish you cook?
Spaghetti.
Ah,
Meatballs.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
All I can do is
Italian.
omelets.
Yeah.
So I get you.
All right, we only have
Mom
10
taught me
seconds,
good.
real quick.
Oh, my turn. Who's your favorite R&B singer?
Usher.
Usher.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let it
Yeah.
burn. If you could spend a day with one professional athlete, who would it be?
He's not currently professional, but be Ken Griffey Jr.
Hank
That's
Griffey
your choice.
Jr.
I knew it.
Wow.
Thank you, Craig.
That's my favorite
Awesome.
baseball player. So.
Well, Craig, thanks for joining
Thanks.
us. Now you met the entire rest of the Cold Club Sports world
Yep.
that's watching. We'll have Craig back on to talk about some more things later this year.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Craig.
Appreciate it, Craig. Kick butt.
All right, next, a not so new Cold Club Sports staff member at all, Sandy Sanderson, joining us on the show. How you doing?
Good.
It's
Hola.
It's Olympic week. Who are you representing?
Iceland. Team Iceland.
Red, white, and blue.
It's one of my
sort
favorite countries.
I like it. It's
The beer is always cold, and you don't need a cooler.
Can I ask you where you got that shirt?
Iceland.
Really?
Makes sense.
I never knew you went to Iceland.
Oh.
That's where I had my bachelor party.
Oh, okay.
Good time.
So the script.
So wait, let me chime in real quick. 'Cause
Yes,
I know I'm following up the intern, and
Oh,
first
yeah.
of all,
That's tough
somebody
act to
teach
follow.
the intern not to walk in front of the camera.
Oh, that's
Two,
right.
someone teach the intern that when asked what your dream job is, you get a full-time job at Colt Club Sports after I graduate.
We haven't taught him to suck up yet. That's
Oh,
next
okay.
week's
And
And
agenda.
it's only
All right.
his first one. We'll
All
cut him
right,
some slack.
Understood.
Hey, the spotlight was bright.
It was.
At least he formed words.
He did.
Pretty sure
He
the
did.
first time I was here, I just shook.
Yeah, it happens.
You did good. All right, I think you're on the clock.
So what do you want to talk about?
We're rolling.
You're with
let's
Mitch.
let's talk football. We're gonna cut her out. This
Okay.
is the man's
Football.
game here. So we're in the off season. Lots is happening still. Let's talk academic All-Americans. That was released a month ago.
Yes, that was released a month ago. That was a new item for us.
There you go. Put the goggles on.
Sorry.
Bam.
No, now I can see. Yeah, the Academic All-Americans came out about a month ago. Our first time doing that. It was a tremendous success. The way it worked, the teams nominated people that from each position on their team that they wanted considered. One of the criteria was that they had to maintain a 3.0 GPA. So that was the minimum requirement. So teams nominated their people for various positions. And then at the end of the fall semester, their grades were checked to confirm that, they still carry a 3.0. And then we looked at all the quarterbacks that were nominated and picked the Academic All-American for that and so forth. And went through the list of positions. And, we based it partially on, we looked at their grades. We also looked at how they did on the field as well. So, the pool of candidates was limited to who was nominated and who had above a 3.0 GPA. So I'm not going to go through the whole list. It's all available on the NCFA website, but I do want to point out a couple special people that not only became academic All-Americans, they were also straight-up regular All-Americans on the field. Sam Clark was the academic All-American quarterback. He was also second-team He was an academic All-American quarterback. He was the second-team All-American quarterback just for his play on the field.
Cool.
He was also the first-team All-American punter.
Whoa,
So
Sam
as well.
Clark.
He's out of UW Milwaukee. Nick Lenski from UW Milwaukee. Also, he was academic All-American offensive lineman. He was also first-team All-American at offensive tackle. Kyle McKenna out of Robert Morris University, academic All-American safety. He was a second-team All-American as a free safety. And then Jermaine Boone from Coppin State, academic All-American quarterback, and he was a second-team All-American as a quarterback as well. So
Very cool.
tip my cap to those guys excelling on the field and in the classroom. The whole list of all the academic and regular All-Americans are all available on the NCFA website, so enjoy that.
That's awesome. I think definitely the academic All-Americans was a great addition to the league for this year. So we have about 30 seconds left, but we want to fill everybody in on the annual league meeting that was held last month, and what are the big happenings or the bullet points from that meeting?
It was a great meeting. Attendance was very good considering the weather. We got
Absolutely.
pummeled with snow the day before the meeting. which caused a couple people to turn back and not head into town. But we had great conversation as always, which led to the rules voting ballot, which was just collected last week, and the results were tabulated and announced. Some of the big things that have been passed to put into place for next year. A slaughter rule is going to be put into play for the regular season. If you're up by 35 points or more in the second half, it goes to a running clock. The idea, speed the games along, as well as try to limit some injuries and so forth. Other items of big interest, the coaches panel is going to be replaced by a panel of selected voters for the top 20 polls. Another item, a couple things set inside for to try to reduce forfeits in terms of, if a team forfeits at the last minute, they could be responsible for the other team's either facility hosting costs or travel costs, depending if it's a home or away team. Motivation there is try to deter some forfeits. And the big thing that came up was in 2015, we're going to move on to a playoff system. The question is, how is the playoff going to operate? Who's going to travel to who? What's going to happen? And it was proposed and eventually decided upon that we're going to pick a neutral site and host all the playoff games in one location on one weekend. Quite possibly Salem, Virginia. We'll begin to looking into that. But so teams will travel there one weekend, decide who's playing for the championship, and come back in 2 weeks and play for all the marbles.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
Good
So,
stuff. Look for
definitely
the voting ballot results are posted online, and the updated rules will be coming out in a few weeks.
Cool.
That was a long 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think you got some extra time because those special goggles you got on. But
Smids knows who signs his paycheck.
yeah, that's it.
All right. You kicking me out?
I guess so.
The itinerary says Sandy bye, but nobody ever says Sandy bye.
Thanks for joining us, Sandy. Bye.
Bye. I think that was my say. Whatever.
All right,
He
next
signs
up,
my
we got
paychecks,
another
too.
one that's probably going to give us some attitude. Kyle MacDonald in the house.
I don't give you attitude unless
Rapping
it's
his red, white, and blue.
Talking club football. Yeah, can you stand up and show your red, white, and blue off?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, it's great.
where's the red? We got red
Oh,
pants,
yeah, red
a white
pants.
belt,
Oh, yeah.
and blue T-shirt,
It's
polo shirt.
Actually, yeah. It's not a t-shirt.
Yeah,
I
come
mean,
on. Come
I
on.
give these guys a hard time, but they usually cooperate with me pretty nicely. Almost everybody in the office is wearing some form of red, white, and blue for Olympic week on
Yeah,
Sweet 301.
You know, go Team USA.
Awesome.
The people that she told to do
The people that I told at
Right.
least. All right, so Kyle and I will be talking club football. Kyle, it's been a busy first month for you. This is only your
Yeah.
second Sweet 301, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Huh,
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Still a little bit nerve-wracking
You
behind
know,
the
it's
desk.
it's a little bit new,
Yeah.
but I like the idea and I like the concept and everything that we do, and it's a great way to promote our company and all the leagues that we have and kind of give some good insider information about everything that we do here at Cold Club Sports.
And let's backtrack. Talking about that and you still being new, actually,
Mhm.
something I'd love to hear from you. You got to meet a lot of those teams and representatives at the league meetings Sandy
Yeah.
just talked about. What do you think? I mean, what kind of connections did you make?
It was great. It was a great opportunity to be able to sit in and kind of see the intertwining of NCFA and seeing how rules get changed, and the representatives coming in were great. They're all open to giving feedback and comments on how we can make the league better and improve moving forward. So it was a great opportunity to be able to see like I said, and meet a lot of the representatives, but also kind of to just get a little more background within the NCFA.
And as far as teams are concerned, obviously the ones in the league now you've met, but
Mhm.
your job really primarily is to try and get more teams to join the league in
Right.
addition to your regular NCFA duties. Who's on your list? Who's, maybe interested in joining the league? I know we got a new team for the coming season, 2014.
Yeah, this upcoming season, we were able to get Tusculum College out of Tennessee added. There's a great individual there, Cameron Dickerson. Going to give you a little quick shout out. He was doing a great job. He was on the ball, getting everything done. We were in great communication in order to make that club program really kind of rise and get going really quickly.
And does Tusculum already have a team, or they're starting a team?
No, this is going
Cool.
to be their first year. He transferred and had played clubs elsewhere, and he liked being able to play club football, and so he wanted to bring it to Tusculum. So,
Very cool.
but yeah, we're talking to a couple other programs, ODU, UNC, Virginia Tech. We're trying to kind of really expand the league and kind of get a lot more teams going. Expand our conferences, therefore making more competition, kind of creating a league that kids want to play in and move forward in it. So
Absolutely.
Great.
And you're also working on a fall kickoff tournament possibility. Where's that going to be? When? I know you're bugging everybody on the NCFA Facebook page right now to
Yeah.
give you some answers, but
Well, right now we recently decided on a date of September 20th. Looking forward to that. We have a couple potential locations: Gatlinburg, Tennessee; Lancaster, Pennsylvania; and where we had it last year, Morgantown. So we're kind of up in the air trying to feel what is going to be best for the event. For travel wise and financially for all the programs that want to come in. But all three locations look very promising. They're great facilities, a lot of things going on in those cities, and a lot of accommodations that can come in. So we're excited about it.
we're going to have to cut you off for a couple of NCFA reasons right there. But we're going to have somebody on the line to talk to Kyle shortly about more club football. And look, there it is. It's like clockwork every time. I love
Very
this.
hard to-
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Hello, you're on Suite 301.
Hey, this is Brian.
Hi, Brian. How are you? This is Kelsey.
How you doing, Kelsey?
Good. I'm going to pass you off to Kyle. He's going to talk to you about a few things. This is Brian Thompson from Ohio State Club Football.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. So I just kind of wanted to get in touch with you and kind of get a little bit of history on the Ohio State Club team that you got going on there.
Well, the history, I think we've been around about 5 years now. I've been involved with them too. It started off with I think about 18 guys, and it grew up to where it is today. We have about 45 players now, and only getting bigger.
Oh, great. Obviously you've been moving in the right direction, getting more and more guys involved, and, it's been going in the right direction. We're excited about it. So, how's life in Columbus? How did you get involved with the OSU club football team?
Actually, it was by accident. I was a student there.
Okay.
Taking some classes, and one of the freshman classes, you have to take the freshman seminar class, and we had to go on a club sports page and say name 3 clubs that we would be involved in, and that's actually how I found out about the club team.
Huh. It's actually pretty interesting. I don't think many schools have that ability to get in like that. So that's pretty interesting. Also, there's a new team documentary I've heard about, going on with the OSU club football team. Could you give me a little bit of background and information about that?
Yeah, one of our players, his name is Mike Mullins. We call him D-Line.
All right.
He's a film studies major.
Okay.
He came up with the idea as wanting to do a documentary. I think he's wanted to do it for a while, but he came up with the idea of doing it. And anytime you can use football to further your career, I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
And he basically just wanted to show the diverse range of the players that all play at Ohio State, and he shows the life of the players outside of football, and plus a narrative to during the games and all that. So he basically has some interviews still to do for the documentary. He's almost done with it. All he has to do, I think, is do some editing and a couple more interviews, and it should be over an hour long.
Oh, wow. That sounds great.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned, it's a little bit of, information from on the field. Now, is it focusing mainly on field, or is it primarily off field? How, is it showing workouts, practices? What's some of the background information on it?
Yeah, on the field, he shows the practices, when we had tryouts. Most of them would probably be off the field, as in going into the season.
Oh, okay.
But he'll have documentation and stuff for all the games that we've played. He'll have footage for all that. From what do I assume? Because he had someone helping. I can't remember his name, but I think it was his name was David.
Okay.
That was helping him, with film and all that stuff. So yeah, he'll have film on all the games, and you're basically just following students around of their daily life, not just in football, but also in the classroom.
Wow, that sounds pretty great. Obviously all these kids are there, to get an education first. So to be able to kind of show that background and, a lot of off the field footage is, to definitely kind of eye-opening for people that are thinking they're there just to play club football or just enjoy club football while they're at school. So that's great. Since we are in the off season, could you give us a little background on what your off season workouts and practices might be looking like?
Well, basically right now we had to get all our officers graduated, so we had to, vote on new officers, and, they're stepping up to get practice. So we try to get practice about once a week.
Okay.
Right now we're really focused on recruiting, getting our name out there, getting emails out to freshmen coming in, fundraising, getting planning that for our golf outing.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So, that's really our priorities right now. But we do try to get in the gym. I'm letting the officers really take control of the team because it's really their team. It's not my team.
Right.
So, I want them to, step up and, they schedule the practices and they got to get everybody out, stuff like that. I'm just there to help organize and, point them in the right direction.
That sounds great. It sounds like you guys kind of got, the program rolling in the right direction, and it looks like we're also kind of out of time. But, I appreciate you calling in and kind of give us a little background on the documentary and where your team is headed. So, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys grow, and I'll see you guys in the fall.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks a lot, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
All right.
Bye.
Brian Thompson.
Yeah.
Ohio State Club Football.
Yeah.
Seems like a cool thing. I believe the documentary is called The Other 11. They're doing it kind of, as far as I know, a play-by-play because Ohio State varsity football is such a big deal at Ohio State. They want to kind of show what the club football aspect of it's like.
Yeah.
But,
I'm excited. I got to, hearing from Brian, and also there's a little summary that we got online, to be able to read the background.
Sure.
And, it's pretty interesting. It's really interesting considering, Ohio State is so big for
Right.
football. So for club football to kind of put themselves out there is pretty great.
yeah.
So.
Well, thanks for joining
All
us,
right.
Kyle.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys.
See ya.
Always a pleasure.
Look
Kyle.
at that, red, white, and blue.
Oh,
There he
nice.
goes.
I think that would be pretty cool to see. I'm sure they'll send it over to us and we'll be able to publicize
Yeah,
it for
and
them.
it's cool because, like you said, the student making it is a film studies major. So, it's going to be, I would imagine it's legit. So, Mike Mullen, D-line, we want to see it.
Absolutely.
What do we got next?
Let's bring in Christian Smith,
Christian
NCBA
Smith.
superstar.
Christian Smith, I thought he was running the show today.
I am. I'm
Man,
multitasking.
can do it
Oh,
all.
wow.
Is
I
there
got my
anything he can't
assistants
do?
on there. I got my assistants on camera, on the stopwatch, bodyguard.
Security and
Lots of
security.
things
lurking
going
in
on.
the shadows.
I'm a gem when it comes
Oh,
to.
well, look at this.
You need me to
There's
do
even
it?
then.
Yeah, I put this up.
Yeah. Huh.
Set
Wow.
designer.
Wow.
I wear a lot of hats.
Guy does everything.
Wow.
All
I'll
right.
wear a PSU softball hat.
Okay.
So let's talk D2 baseball. Hey Christian, it's good to see you.
Yeah, it is good to see you.
It just brightens my
The
day.
clock started.
All right, let's talk baseball. What's
Let's
going on in
talk
the world
baseball.
of D2?